Welcome to Books in Sum, your go-to for bite-sized book summaries.
Labor of Love by Moira Weigel. This book explores the history of dating and how it has changed over time. It looks at how the Industrial Revolution, the rise of capitalist society, and even the 1960s hippie culture transformed the world of dating. It also looks at how female shop employees influence the dating world, how dating apps are really about consumption, and why the word gay has evolved to mean homosexual. The book also looks at the impact of the Industrial Revolution on courtship in America, which saw an influx of women into cities to work in factories, shops as salespeople, or as servants. This influx of female workers transformed life in the city, allowing couples to spend time together in public spaces, even kissing in parks and secluded alleyways. This shift in courtship was driven by socioeconomic and cultural developments. In the early 1900s, a thriving American economy made dating a question of consumption and taste. Shopgirls played a key role in this transformation, as they moved to American cities to sell luxury goods to affluent customers. They observed the well-heeled women who shopped in their stores and made a point to mimic the way they dressed and spoke. By 1925, consumerism was the engine that fueled the American economy and society at large. This explains why we often judge a potential mate online based on what the person consumes, not on who they are as a person. In the early 20th century, shopgirls were not the only people looking for love. Gay people and black women in the 1900s devised ways to overcome society's obstacles to dating, such as creating a secret language to communicate their sexual preference. Ralph Werther, one of the first transgender people to publish an autobiography, used clothing to signal his sexual preference. Black women working as domestic servants in white households also faced difficulty when it came to finding a partner, so they organized rent parties to meet single men. The more liberal dating norms of the 1950s rattled the nerves and morals of the previous generation. In the 1950s, a new trend in dating became popular called going steady. This was a ritual that signaled a coming of age and had little to do with finding someone to marry. By the mid-1950s, 1 in every 10 children had tried to go steady with a romantic partner before the age of 11. This fad was worrisome for old-fashioned parents, who feared their children would have sex with people they had no intention of settling down with. However, the sexual revolution gave both men and women free rein to enjoy dating as well as premarital sex, and rules regarding dating and sexual relationships became less restrictive. Young people argued that they deserved the freedom to have sex with whomever they chose, and that sex and sexual desire were natural things and should be pursued however one desired. The AIDS epidemic put the brakes on casual sex, first for gay men and then for the public at large. This epidemic hit the gay community particularly hard, and it also changed how society viewed casual sex and dating. Sleeping with someone was now a matter of life and death, and new rules had to be followed to stay safe. During the AIDS epidemic, people began to devise ways to have safe sex to lower the risk of infection. South African Dr. Joseph Sonnabend wrote a booklet called How to Have Sex in an Epidemic, which proposed that men be aware of the potential health risks of gay sex and practice safer sex through creative penetration. This focus on safe sexual practices prompted communities of all stripes to talk about sex openly, and U.S. Surgeon General C. Everett Koop encouraged Americans to openly discuss matters of sex. Koop published a brochure that addressed difficult issues such as the need to be cautious when choosing sexual partners, as well as how to ask questions about a mate's previous sexual contact and history of sexually transmitted diseases. Dating has changed drastically through the ages, but the economy has greatly influenced trends in the world of dating as we know it today.
We hope you found this summary helpful in your listening journey. If you're interested in diving deeper into the topic or getting your hands on the whole book, be sure to check the description below where we've included links to the book and other related products that may be useful to you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated on our latest book summaries, and feel free to leave a comment with any suggestions or requests for books you'd like us to cover. Thanks again for tuning in and happy listening.